So today, guys, we are going to start the first lesson in Unit 1. Unit 1, Lesson 1, which is about the set of rational numbers. Okay. On the last years, we studied some set of numbers, like the counting numbers, and we denoted that one with the letter C, okay, which is indicates for the counting numbers, and this one actually is the numbers from 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. Then the next one, it was the natural numbers, and also this one we denoted this set by the letter N. So N stands for the natural numbers, okay? Actually, natural numbers is the same like counting numbers, but in addition to the number 0. So 0, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. And then finally, we studied the next set, which is the set of integers. On the last year, okay, on grade 6, on the second term, so we studied the integers and we denoted that one with the following letter, which is Z. So this one is the integers, and the integers are the set of 0, okay, the number of 0, and the positive numbers and negative numbers. So integers are 0 and positive 1 and 2 and 3 and so on, and negative 1, negative 2, and so on. So this year we are going to start another set of numbers, which is the rational numbers. Okay, so this year we will study the rational numbers. Okay, actually, rational numbers, guys, first point we denote this set with the letter Q. So C stands for the counting numbers and natural numbers, Z is integers, and now the new one is the rational numbers is Q. Okay, so this is our topic, rational numbers, which is Q. What is the rational numbers? Okay, and how to define the rational number? Actually, the rational number is any number which we can express it in the form of A over B and B not equal to 0. So can you explain that? Of course, yes. A over B here means a rational number in a form of a fraction, okay? In a form of a fraction with a numerator and the denominator, like what? And B not equal to 0, okay? So like 1 over 2 is a rational number. Negative 3 over 5 is a rational number. Actually, also 3 is a rational number, but how? You just said that in a form of a fraction. Actually, 3 is a whole number, which means 3 over 1. So that's why it's a rational number. Okay, what else? Yes, and also number 2. It's 2 over 1. Number 7, 7 over 1. Negative 9, it's a negative 9 over 1. So all these are rational numbers.
Teacher, can the letter A or can it be 0, like 0 over 1? Can it be like that or no?
0 over 1, yes, it's a rational number. So 0 is a rational
It can be 1 over 0.
No,
No.
no, never. Okay, just 1 second, guys. We said that A over B and B not equal 0. So never think that there is a denominator of 0, because any number over 0, okay, actually this one is not defined. Or in other words, meaningless. It has no meaning. So if you will try to write down, for example, 3 over 0 on the calculator, it will show you math error. Okay? So that's why we said the rational number, we can express it in the form of A over B, but B will never equal 0. So again, 2 over 3, rational number. 7 over 5, rational number. 1 over 100, rational number. Negative 9 over 5. 0 is a rational number. Why 0 is a rational number? Because actually it's a 0 over 1. 7 is a rational number. How? Because actually it's a 7 over 1. Negative 9, also a rational number, because it's a negative 9 over 1.
And the Mr. and the decimal is also a rational number.
Yes, yes, don't worry. I'm going to explain all points. The next point, guys, actually,
I heard that the rational numbers, we can say that it is float numbers too.
it's what?
Float numbers.
No, I didn't get you. What did you say?
I heard that we can call the rational numbers float.
No, I don't know what's that exactly. Can you tell me about the letters or something like that so that I can write this word?
F-L-O-A-T.
L
F-L-O-A-T.
O-T, floating numbers?
Yes.
Okay, actually, that's correct, okay? But now, I want to explain to you, okay, the remaining types of numbers which we can consider as irrational numbers. We said that the fractions, we said that whole numbers or integers like 3, 0, negative 9. Also, guys, mixed numbers like that 3 and 1 over 2. Actually, this one is a rational number, because if we will convert this one into improper fraction, this one will equal 7 over 2, correct?
Yes.
3 and 1 over 2, it will equal 2 times 3 plus 1, so 7 over 2. So of course, A over B and B not equal 0. So this is rational, of course. Then what else? Actually, all the decimals are rational numbers, like 0.2, 0.7, negative 3.2. Why they are rational? Because 0.2 actually is 2 over 10. 0.7, it's a 7 over 10. Negative 3.2, it's negative 32 over 10, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and what else? What else? Also the percentage, I mean like 25% is rational number, belongs to
Because it
Q.
equals 25 over 100.
Exactly, very good, because it equals to 25 over 100. Because as we studied on grade 6, okay, that the percentage is the ratio. It's a second term is 100. So this means 22%. It's 22 over 100. So rational. Numerator, denominator, not equal to 0. So rational numbers. Therefore, guys, rational numbers, which is Q, okay, decimals, all decimal numbers are rational. Percents, all percents are rational numbers. Integers, all integers are rational numbers.
Can we say all of the numbers are rational numbers?
Actually, not all of the numbers are rational. Okay?
Without zero.
Not all,
Without zero.
not all of the numbers, guys. Not
Can
all
we
of
say
numbers.
all the number is rational number except zero?
No. Why we first? It's not correct to say that all the numbers are rational. Okay, because there are irrational numbers. And this is number one. Second, why you said except 0? Actually, you said that 0 is rational number because it's a 0 over 1, right? So all decimal
مستر قصدي الدينوميريتور ما يكونش فيه زيرو.
okay, yes, of course. But 0 not means a 0 over 0, it's a 0 over 1, okay? So now, all
Mr.
decimals
didn't
are-
understand means the rational numbers. Which numbers?
I just explaining all decimals, all percents, all integers, all these types of numbers is irrational numbers. Okay?
Decimal means
Any number consists
the
of a decimal
numbers.
point, like that. Decimal like a number contains a decimal point like this, 0.5, 2.7.
Oh,
Because
thanks.
This one
27,
is 5 over
2.7
10.
equals to
This one is
27
27
over
over
10.
10. So this is rational, this is rational. We can write it in the form of A over B, and B not equal 0. Here B equal 10, here B equal 10. So it's a rational number, of course. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, great. So the next point, guys, if I want to ask some questions like that, this number 3 and 2 over 5 and negative 0.17, 0.006, 27%. So now, what do you think about the first number, Omar? Omar Abdelaziz. Yes, Omar. Is it a rational number or not?
Yes, because it is 17 over 5.
Exactly. So because now this number equals 5 times 3 plus 2, which is 15 plus 2, 17 over 5. So it's a rational number because we can express it in the form of A over B and B not equal 0. Okay, then what about the next numbers? Negative 0.17, Basil.
Okay. 0.17. Yes, it is because it
It
equals
is a rational number. Okay,
Yeah.
then can you explain to me why it's a rational number? Why you consider that it's a rational number?
because it equals 17 over 100.
Okay, is it 17 or negative 17?
Negative 17 over 100.
Exactly, negative 17 over 100. So it's a rational number. Okay, what about the next number, 0.006? Adam.
Yeah, it's a rational number.
Okay, why you consider that it's a rational number? How did you know
The
that it's a rational number?
Same thing in the above because 6 over 100.
100, are you sure?
1000, sorry.
Exactly, 1000. Okay, what about the last number, 27%? And this question for Hagar. Hagar, what do you think about this number? Is it rational or not, and why?
Yes, it's rational number because it's 7 over 100.
Exactly, great. Of course, so this one is a rational number because we can represent it or express it in the form of A over B, 27 over 100. Okay, so all these numbers belongs to Q, which is the rational numbers, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, the next numbers, the numbers like 1 and 2 over 3 and 3.07, negative 51, 30%, and 102%. The first number 1 and 2 over 3, and Yusuf Muhammad. What do you think about the first number? Is it rational or not?
It's yes, it's rational.
Of course, yes, it's a rational number. Okay, so because actually this one first, if we will convert it into improper fraction, it will equal
3 times 10, 3 times 1.
yes, 3 times 1 plus 2. So simply it will equal
5.
3 over 5.
equal 3 plus 2, so 5 over 3. So
3.
this is actually a rational number. Yes, great. Correct. Then what about the next number, 3.07, Ala?
3.207 is a rational number.
Okay, because we can represent it as a fraction or in the form of a over b. Now this one equals, it's a 0.7, so it equals 307 over 100. Yes, great. Okay, the next one is negative 51. What about you, Khalid? What do you think about this one?
It is a rational number.
Of course, rational number, because actually this one is negative 51 over 1, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Then the next one, Muhammad Amr. Yes, Muhammad, 30%. Is it rational or not?
30% is a rational number because 30% can be 30 over 100.
Exactly, great. Okay, then what about 102% and this one for Sama? Yes, Sama.
Can I answer it?
Sama, I said Sama.
Yeah, it's a rational number because it can
Rational
be
number, of course. Okay, because 102% means
102
it's
over 1000.
102 over 100. 100% means 100, whatever the number before the symbol. If it's 500% means 500 over 100.
Okay.
The percentage, okay?
But Mr.
Guys,
How for
1 second,
Mr.
listen. Percentage means ratio. Ratio means fraction, like that. 80%. This one is a ratio. Numerator and denominator. So it's a ratio. The second term is 100. So it's 80 over 100. Whatever the number, if it's 1,200%, so it's 1,200 over 100. Okay? Are we clear about that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. So now, guys, we agreed that A over B belongs to Q. Therefore, B not equal 0, correct? So if the number is a rational number, if A over B is rational, therefore B will never equal 0. Okay, now the question, if the number 5 over 2x belongs to rational numbers, okay? Fx not equal, what do you think? We said that the denominator will never equal 0. So
Zero.
exactly.
X
So
not equal 0.
0.
yes, x not equal 0. So let me explain 2 or 3 examples like that for you. In this one, we said that the denominator will never equal
Mr.
to 0. Yes.
That's X. Then X is my over 1.
Here, the denominator is 2x. The number is 5 over 2x. So you have to consider that this one is the denominator, right? So this one is B, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so now this one will be a rational number if x not equal what? In this case, guys, we are going to write down the denominator. It's 2x. So we will say that 2x not equal 0. This is my rule. Because b not equal 0, therefore the denominator will not equal 0. Okay. So if 2x not equal to 0, therefore x not equal to 0. So here x not equal 0. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Are we clear till this point?
Means x is equal 0.
Clear.
Actually, your voice is not clear. Maybe you have internet connection problem. I can't hear you properly.
Means x is equal 0.
I'm going to solve several examples. Don't worry. Okay, so now guys, the number is 5 over x. Therefore, this one x belongs to the rational number, so x not equal 0. If it's 5 over
Mr.
2x,
it should be up.
ايوه فعلا يا مستر صوت حضرتك بيقطع.
from my side, guys. Okay, just 1 second. I will check the network. Okay, now it becomes clear.
It's
Yeah.
more clear, but
Is it okay
it's
now,
still
guys?
cutting a little bit.
Yes.
Or still cut out?
Yeah.
No, now it's good.
Yes.
No, it's
It's
clear.
very good.
Now it's clear.
Okay, so now if the number is 5 over 2x belongs to the rational numbers, therefore 2x not equal to 0, then x not equal to 0, of course. Okay, so this is one type of the questions. The second type, if a number like that one, 5 over x plus 3, belongs to q or a rational number, f x not equal, how to solve
So
this
negative 3. Negative 3.
Exactly.
Because
Very good.
negative
So
3
how
plus
to
3
solve
equals 0.
this one? Okay, so what are the procedures of solution? We agreed that the denominator will never equal 0, so simply x plus 3 not equal 0. Okay, then what will be the next step? The next step, guys, I
Mister,
want to
what
get
means
only
not
x.
equal 0?
So there is one number here plus 3. Just
Mister,
shift
what
it to the
means not
next side
equal
and
0?
change its sign. So x not equal. My dear, we said that the denominator will never equal 0. So we are very clear about this point, right? If the
Means
number belongs to
the
the rational
denominator
number,
is not equal
okay,
0.
so the denominator will not equal 0. Okay, what? Huh? Again,
Teacher, I have a question.
again.
Teacher,
Okay, so x plus 3 not equal to 0. So now shift this number to the other side like that and change its sign. So x not equal 0 minus 3. So now x not equal negative 3 because 0 minus 3 equals negative 3. So here I have to write in this question negative 3. And actually, this is logically, guys. The denominator now is x plus 3. So if x will equal negative 3, so negative 3 plus 3 means that the denominator becomes 0. And this will never happens, right?
teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
Can fraction be 3 over negative 1?
3 over what?
Negative 1. Can it be like that?
3 over negative 1, a number like this?
Yes.
Okay, of course, yes. Because 3 over negative 1 equal
Equal 0.
negative 3 over 1 equal negative 3 over 1. All are the same. In all cases, it will equal negative 3.
Yes, so it will gonna be
So-
rational number.
Of course, yes. So I don't care about the sign. If it's the numerator, denominator, in front of the fraction, I don't care about that. Because actually, negative 3 over 1, it will equal 3 over negative 1. It will equal negative than 3 over 1. Because all these numbers will equal negative 3. The same result. So the sign on top, on the bottom, in front of the fraction, it will never change anything. Because it's only one sign, right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay, so now one more example. Again, the previous example, we said that if it's 5 over x plus 3 belongs to rational numbers f x not equal. We said that
To
the
-3.
denominator x plus 3 will never equal 0, then x will never equal 0 minus 3, so -3. That's it. So the answer here in this question, -3. Okay. One more case. If it's like this, 5 over 2x minus 4 belongs to q, or rational numbers f, x not equal. So to solve this question, I'm going to use the same procedures like before exactly. This is the denominator. It's 2x minus 4 not equal to 0. So now shift this number to this side. So 2x not equal, change its sign. It's a -4, so 0 plus 4. So 2x not equal 4. Now it's 2x. I want to get only.
If
Divide 2 and
not
divide
equal
2.
to 0.
Yes,
Divide 2 and
exactly.
divide
Here,
2.
I want to get only x. So divide the two sides by 2. Therefore, x not equal 2. So the correct answer here, x not equal to, that's it. Okay, guys?
Okay.
One more question. One more question. 5 over x minus 3. And this one belongs to rational numbers f, x not equal. Now,
2, 3.
3.
It's
3.
x not equal to 3.
okay, very good. Okay, so x minus 3 not equal the denominator. Not
0.
equal to
0, 0.
3. 3.
Guys, please try to be more quiet. Try to be more quiet and listen carefully to me so that all of you can understand the lesson. Okay? I know that all of you are excellent, but try to be more quiet. So now x minus 3 will not equal 0. Therefore, x not equal. Remove this number from this side to the other side. So x will not equal, it's a 0 plus 3. Change the sign, don't forget. So now x not equal 3. Okay? Are we
Okay.
clear till this point?
Can I
Yes.
ask a question?
Means
Yes.
that the answer is 3.
Yes, exactly. So this means x will not equal 3. This will be the answer.
Mister,
Yes.
can I ask a question?
Yes, sure.
Mister, like when he bring for me like any number before x and then a minus another number, like I get confused from this one really.
You mean to like
Sometimes
this?
I make it wrong.
Okay, if the number is like that, 5 over 3x plus 9. And this one is belongs to the rational numbers f, x not equal. Okay, so concentrate well. First, I have to take the denominator and say that this denominator, which is 3x plus 9, not equal to 0. Then the first step, shift this number to the other side. It was positive or plus 9, so it becomes not negative or minus 9. So 3x. Now I removed this number, so directly not equal. Then 0 minus that 9. So 3x not equal -9. Now divide the two sides by the coefficient of x. I meant by coefficient of x, the number before x directly. So it's a 3. So now, when you divide 3x by 3, it will be x equal -9 divided by 3, -3. So the correct answer here, x
-3.
not equal -3. Okay?
Ah, okay, thanks, Mister.
Okay, you're welcome. Great.
Sir, what
Now,
means -3?
guys,
What means
مستر المفروض
not
هنا
equal?
الاكس تبقى -9. يعني المفروض x not equal to -9.
no, it's a 3x. Is it only x or 3x?
Yes, but I have a question.
Just 1 second, guys. Is it 3x or only x? It's a 3x. So 3x not equal -9. So only 1x will not equal -3 because I'm going to divide the two sides by 3. I want to get only x, not 3x, not 2x, not 5x, like that. Correct? So
يا
whatever the
مستر
number
هنا لو
multiply-
حطينا مكان الاكس نيجاتيف 9 هتبقى نيجاتيف 9 بلس 9 equal 0.
if you will place x with -9, my dear, you will find that this one is 3 times -9, -27 plus 9. It's not only x, it's a 3x. But if you will write it like that, let me show you. It's 5 over 3x plus 9. Now, as you said, if x will equal -9. Now, only x is -9. Then what about this 3? It's multiplied by x. So this means that this term will be -27 plus 9. So still not equal 0. So no problem. But the only number which will make the denominator equal to 0 is -3. Why? Because if x will equal -3, then 3 times -3 means a -9 now, plus 9. So it will equal 0 in this case, correct?
Correct.
So whatever the number before x or before the variable, I mean, whatever the coefficient, okay, if it's 2, 3, and it's multiplied like 2x, 3x, not 2 plus or minus. No, if it's a plus or minus, I'm going to shift the number to the other side with different sign. But if the number is multiplied by the variable like 2x, 3x, in this case, I have to divide by this number. So if it's 2x, I will divide by 2 to get x. If it's a 3x, I will divide by 3 to get x, correct? Are we clear till this
Yeah,
point? Now I'm going to solve this example. F3 over 4 minus x belongs to Q. So this means it's a rational number. Okay. F x not equal. Okay, so how to solve this question? Actually, like the previous questions, exactly. So here, this one is a rational number, so the denominator will not equal to 0. So 4 minus x, and concentrate with me, not equal 0. Guys, I just told you, shift the number to the other side. Okay, that's correct, 100%. So simply you can shift 4 to the next side. It becomes -4. So negative x, here there is negative x, not equal -4. Now, I want to get x not negative x, so divide or multiply by -1. Therefore, x not equal 4. Or otherwise, I can solve it this way. Negative x, as there is 4, sorry, minus x, not equal to 0. And instead of shifting the number, okay, and then multiply the two sides by -1 or divide the two sides by -1, we can directly shift the variable itself, like negative x to this side, it will become positive x. So now 4 not equal, you move this one to the other side, it becomes x. So 0 plus x means x. So x not equal 4. You can solve it this way or even this way.
I didn't
Okay.
understand the first way.
Again. I'm just to talk about, okay, that it's possible to move the number or even the variable like that.
The second one is more easier.
The second one, okay, 1 second. I'll show you 2 cases. If it's like that, x minus 3 not equal to 0, and the 3 minus x not equal to 0. So what is the difference between the 2 cases? Actually, nothing. But the
There
first
will
one,
be difference because only in adding the integers we can like
just 1
change
second, I'll explain to you. I will explain it to you. Here, it's easy to just move the number to the other side, and the number becomes a 3, and the x is still positive, so x not equal 3. But here, if I'm going to move the number like that, the number will be negative. I don't care about the number, negative or positive. But the problem that x is still negative, so negative x not equal -3. So there is one more step. That's what I'm talking about. We have to multiply or divide the two sides by -1 to get x not negative x not equal 3. The two solutions are correct, right? But here And instead of shifting the variable, okay, sorry, the number 3, no, we can solve it this way. Simply, I will keep the number here and I will move the variable if it's a positive, so that when I will move it to the next side, it will become a positive. So directly 3 not equal x, so that's it. Correct?
As I told you, I didn't understand the first way.
The first one, just to move
Yes.
the number to the other side, like this, and they change its sign. It was -3, so it will equal +3, right?
But you told me that we should multiply with -1 divide -1. I didn't understand that way.
In this case, I said you will multiply it by -1. In this case, if you will move the number to the other side, so the number will becomes a -3 here, and x will be -x, correct? Not
Yes, yes.
equal -3. Okay, do you need -x or x? Of course,
I-
x. So
Yes.
to convert it into positive, multiply it or divide by -1. If I will divide or multiply this two sides by -1, it becomes x not equal 3. So there is one more step. That's what I'm talking about. But the true solution,
Can we take the negative with the negative without like multiplying or dividing?
actually, here, if there are two signs like that, -1 and -1, this
Great.
means we can terminate the two sides like that. So x will equal, will not equal 3. Okay, we can terminate the two signs here if they
Yes,
are
okay.
negative signs. Okay, but
Yes.
actually, what was the procedure? The procedure why we terminate the two negative signs? Because we just multiplied or divided the two sides by -1. That's it. Okay.
Mister,
If there is a number like this one, 2x over x belongs to q.
Mister, I sent a message in the chat.
I saw it.
No question.
Yes, I saw it. But actually, there is no rule because the two rules are the same. Okay. You can shift the number to the other side or the variable to the other side. Both are correct. So there is no rule.
No, I don't mean that. If it comes 5 over x minus 3
Five over.
belong to q, if x not equal dash, we will
So x equal.
we have to
And
do the rule or set 3 only.
Oh, you mean the steps?
Yeah.
Okay, if it's simple like that, so x not equal 3. But if it's 2x like this, x over 2x minus 18. So in this case, x not equal. I have to write down 2x minus 18 not equal 0. Then 2x not equal 18. So x not equal 9. That's it. So then I will write down x equal 9. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Now one more question, guys. If it's 2x over x belongs to q, f, x not equal.
You have just said there is no rule.
It's a very simple question. X, the denominator not equal 0, so x not equal 0 directly. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. If it's like that, 5x over 3x belongs to rational numbers f, x not equal. Now, I'm care about the denominator only. 3x not equal 0, so x not equal 0. Right?
Yes.
Actually, there is one step here.
Right.
Wait, concentrate with me and listen. Actually, there is one step here. Okay? Here, I just divided by 3 as usual. So 3x divided by 3 means x, and 0 divided by 3 means 0. That's why I wrote x not equal 0. Okay? I'm just to clarify this point. So here, and this point, I just divided the two sides by 3. So if the
Teacher,
number is
I
multiplied
didn't,
by
I
the
didn't understand this question. I didn't understand this question.
يا مستر أنا مش فاهم مستر أنا مش فاهم إحنا ليه هنا بنعمل divided.
okay, 3x not equal 0. How can you get only x? Just explain it to me your way.
Try 3.
I know how. I know how.
No. I want him to tell me. He said that I don't know why we divide by 3.
X,
So,
x not equal 0.
okay, that's correct 100%. But how did you convert from 3x to x? Can you tell me? How did you got x from 3x?
Divided by 3.
That's it.
Divided.
Actually, because you divided the two sides by 3.
Thank you.
Okay, correct? If it's like that, guys, 5x not equal to 0. So this means directly we will write x not equal to 0. Why? Because all of us knows that 0 divided by 5, if we will divide the two sides by 5, so x not equal 0 over 5, which is equal 0. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, great. Now the next point, guys. Now the next point. If the rational number itself equals 0, f a over b, okay, which belongs to q, equals 0. So this means what? This means a will equal 0. Never say that b will equal 0. B will not equal 0 under any
B will be
circumstances.
1.
Okay. I don't care about b. The value of b, any number except 0. 1, 2, 3, 7, 9, negative 11, 1,000, a million. I don't care. But
What
any
equals
number
0? You wrote the question and but you didn't wrote what equals 0.
a equals 0. In this case, a will equal 0. So I
Like
mean to that.
Why so we don't put B don't
Listen carefully. Listen, and then you will understand. If there is x over 5 equal 0, then x equals what? Of course, x will equal 0, right? Because 0 over 5 equals 0. Then it's a general rule. If there is a
Mr.
rational
means the numerator is equal 0 if there is x. If the
if there
numerator
is
is
any
x, it means equal
value,
0.
the numerator only will equal 0. If the number is equal 0, therefore the numerator is 0. Okay? Because the denominator will never equal to 0. Okay, guys?
Okay.
So if there is a question like that, if there is a number like this one, 2x over x plus 3 equal 0. Therefore, here in this time, if the number equal to 0, so the numerator equals 0. So 2x equals 0. This means x will equal 0. Right?
Teacher, I didn't understand the one you wrote about like x over x multiplied 2.
2x, this one?
No, not this one. The
Uh-huh.
one you wrote x over x multiplied 2.
You mean to like this one, x over 2x?
Yes, you wrote something like that.
Okay, if this one, okay, if this one is equal to 0, so in this case, if the number equal to 0, so the only the denominator.
Not equal to 0. You wrote so x equal what? x over 2x if
الإكس
You mean to that?
zero
You mean to that
zero
x over 2x
and you want to
belongs
know
to
and you
and
want
the
to
x?
guess like yes, and you want to know the x.
Okay. Okay, so now if this one belongs to rational numbers, so this means that denominator not equal to 0. So 2x not equal 0, then x not equal 0.
Yeah. So why?
Okay, so if the number belongs to the rational number, okay, then the denominator will never equal 0.
So
But
I want to ask a question. If he wrote 2x not equal to 0, then we should get the denominator. But if he told us x over 2x equals 0, then we should get the numerator. Yes.
exactly, yes, that's correct, 100%. So in case if the number belongs to the rational numbers, then the denominator will not equal 0. Again, guys, I will show you a number like that, x over 2 plus x. Okay, if it belongs to q, then x not equal. This one is a question. We are using the denominator, -2. But if the same number, x over 2 minus x equal to 0, then x will equal, in this case, the numerator, x will equal 0. Now, is it clear?
Yes.
Means denominator is always 0.
Yes, we said that from the first point, that the denominator will never equal to 0. Okay?
And numerator is always 0.
No, not always 0. The numerator is always 0 if the number equals 0. Okay?
Okay.
Sorry.
So again, two different examples. If there is a number like that, I will make it more confusing. Okay, so concentrate. 2x plus, minus 4 over x plus 3. And the same question, 2x minus 4 over x plus 3. On the first case, this one belongs to Q, f, x not equal. The second case, this number equal to 0, then x equal. On the first question, x not equal means the denominator will not equal 0. So x plus 3 not equal 0. Therefore, x not equal -3. But on the next question, 2x minus 4 over x plus 3 equal to 0, then use the numerator. So 2x minus 4 will equal 0. Then 2x will equal 4. Then x will equal 2. That's it. So
Yes.
if the number belongs to the rational numbers, then the denominator will never equal 0. But if the number equal to 0, then the numerator will equal 0. Yes.
Okay, I have a question. How we knows the question is for the denominator or the denominator?
It will be given like that. Okay. It will be like that. If it's like the first
Which
question
one?
like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
So
will
the
put
number
a
belongs.
he will put a square in the denominator.
Square? What do you mean by square?
The
اللي هو قصده مستر اللي هي باور 2.
No, it's not. Where did you get this power to? The denominator
No,
here.
he didn't mean that. He meant when I will know the numerator and when I will know the numerator.
Guys, I'm very clear. Okay. I said that if the question is like this, in this form, or if the question in this form, that's how you can differentiate between the two questions. The first one belongs to Q if x not equal, then denominator not equal 0. But if the number is equal
if it's
0, then
if he
denominator
said
equal 0.
if he said belong Q, belong
Rational numbers, then,
yeah,
okay.
it will be denominator.
Yes, denominator not equal to 0. Fx not equal, then denominator not equal to 0. But if the number is equal to 0, so numerator equal to 0. That's it. Okay, clear? Rational numbers. If there is a rational number like a over b, there are 3 cases for this number. Actually, the number will be positive. If the numerator and the denominator are positive. Okay, if a and b positive, or a and b are negative. Like what? Like 2 over 3, so this is positive. Also negative 2 over negative 3, also positive. Right? So if a and b have the same sign, therefore the number will be positive. Okay?
Okay.
The next case, negative. If one of them is positive and the other is negative.
The answer will be
Okay?
negative.
In this case, the number will be negative. I mean to that if the two signs are different. Okay? I mean A is positive and B is negative, or A is negative and B is positive. I mean to that the two signs or two different signs. Like this, negative 2 over 3 or 2 over negative 3. In this case, it will be negative, right?
Right.
Oh,
Okay. When the number will equal
mister,
to
are
0,
both of them is same?
if the two signs, if the two numbers
2
have
over
the same sign,
negative 2 over 3, or and 2 over negative 3, are they are both
of course, they are
same?
both the same number. But I don't care about that if they are same or different. I'm care about the sign. I mean to here, the number will be negative. Okay?
Okay.
Then the number equal to 0 if A equals 0. Like what? Like 0 over 5, like 0 over negative 3, like 0 over 9, like 0 over negative 7. In all cases, this number equal to 0 because 0 divided by any number equals 0. Correct?
Teacher, can we have a fraction 0 over 0?
No, it's not defined. Okay, we will study that one, 0 over 0, on the secondary stage, not even in the second prep or third prep. Okay, secondary stage. Okay,
Okay.
Okay.
so if A equals 0, then the number is equal to 0. So first one, again, A over B, positive. If A and B have same sign. Like 2 over 3 or negative 2 over negative 3. So in this case, the number is positive. Equal to 0 if A equal to 0. Like 0 over any number, 3 or negative 7, it will equal 0. The number will be negative if A and B have different signs. Like negative 2 over 7 or 3 over -8. Two different signs, one positive and one negative. In this case, the number will be negative. Okay, guys, are we clear about this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I
Okay.
didn't understand.
Sorry,
I didn't understand
any questions?
the last one.
The last one. The last one, the number will be negative if the two numbers have different signs. I mean to that one number is positive and the other number is negative. So in this case, the number will be negative, like this one. 6 over 2. And this one is positive 6, and this one is negative. So this one will be -3, right? Or even if it's -18 over 2, two different signs. 18 is negative, 2
-9.
is positive. So it will be negative also, -9. So if the two signs are different, like that, the answer will be, or the number will be negative. Right?
Thanks. Thanks.
Teacher, that's only in multiplying and dividing, yes?
مش أنا المفروض
Yes, of
النيجاتيف ما بتتحطش في الدينومينيتور، بتتحط في النيميريتور.
No, who said that? We said that the negative sign can be written here, -6 over 2 equal 6 over -2, also equal -6 over 2. In all cases, it will equal -3. Who said that only on the numerator, the negative? No. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, great. So now, guys, we have to know that the set of rational numbers consists of positive numbers and negative numbers. So equals positive rational numbers and negative rational numbers, and also 0, because as we know, 0 is non-positive and non-negative, right? 0 is not positive
Yeah.
and not negative. So
I didn't understand this part.
okay, the rational numbers, there is positive numbers, correct?
Yes.
Also negative numbers, right? And 0.
Yes.
So Q consists of the 3 parts, the positive and the negative and 0, because 0 is not positive or negative. So that's why I wrote positive, negative, 0. So Q equals the positive rational numbers and the negative rational numbers and 0, right?
Yes.
So I mean to that positive and negative and 0. So positive union, negative union, the set of 0. That symbol, like letter U, means union. We studied that before. Union means all the elements without repeating.
I studied that before.
Great.
So Q, or the rational numbers, or the set of rational numbers, equal positive rational numbers union negative rational numbers union the set of 0. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so a question like that, this number is a positive or negative, and this one also, and this one, and this one, and this number also. Okay, 3 over 4, the two numbers are positive, so this one is positive, of course.
Yes.
This one, the two numbers are negative, have the same sign, so also positive. This one is 0 over -5. What do you think?
0.
Negative.
Will equal 0, so 0 is negative or positive?
0.
Actually, 0 is non-positive and non-negative, right?
Yes.
So this one, we will write that it's 0. Then, absolute value
To
of
be
negative
positive.
1 over 2. Guys, by the way, let me remind you with that one. Absolute value of any number, always positive number. So absolute value of negative 3 actually equal 3. And also absolute value of 3 also equal 3. So always the absolute value of the number is positive. So absolute value of negative 1 over 2 actually equal 1 over 2, which is positive. Then what about the last one? Negative 3 to the
Positive.
power
Also
2.
positive.
Positive, of course, because negative 3 over to the power 2 or squared, it means it's a negative 3 multiplied by itself, like that. Negative 3 times itself.
To be
2
positive.
times, so it will equal 9. So positive.
Positive.
Okay? Of the rational number, different forms of rational numbers. Okay, guys, if I will write a number like this one, 2 over 5, what's the meaning of different forms of rational number? So simply, I can change the form of this number by multiplying this number by 2 over 2, for example. So it will equal 4 over 10. So actually 2 over 5 equal 4 over 10, right?
Right.
They are the same exactly on value, but different in form. So also, if I will multiply 2 over 5 times the 3 over 3, it will equal 6 over 15, which is also 2 over 5 equals 6 over 15. The two numbers are equal in value, but different in form, right? So simply, guys, I mean to that, if we want to change the form of the number, just to multiply it by the same number on the denominator and denominator, like this. If there is a question like that, right? 3 forms of the number 2 over 3, for example. So I will solve it this way. 2 over 3 times 2 over 2 equal 4 over 6, or 2 over 3 times 3 over 3 will equal 6 over 9, or 2 over 3 times 5 over 5 will equal 10 over 15, or otherwise 2 over 3 times 10 over 10 will equal 20 over 30. Actually, guys, all these numbers equal to 2 over 3. The same value, but different form. Okay, so to change the form of the number, just to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number. Never do like that. 2 over 5, wrong, fatal mistake. Now you change the value of the number, not the form. But to change the form,
لا
just multiply it by the
لا
same number. If you will,
والله
listen. If you will
والله ما
multiply it by,
نخلص.
listen, okay? So if you will multiply 2 over 3, like if you will multiply the numerator by 7, then you have to multiply the denominator by 7. Actually, guys, we will never change the value, okay? Because multiplication by 7 over 7 or 5 over 5 or 2 over 2, 3 over 3, this means 1, right? So you just multiply the number by 1. You didn't change the value, but you changed the form. So now it will equal 14 over 21. It's the same like 2 over 3, 4 over 6, 6 over 9, 10 over 15, 20 over 30. The same value, but in different form. So if the number is like that, 2 over 3, write it in 3 different forms. So multiply it by 2 over 2, 3 over 3, 5 over 5, 7 over 7, whatever the numbers you want. But take care, the number on the numerator and the denominator will be the same. You have to multiply both of the two numbers by the same number. Correct? This is the main condition. Even if I will multiply it by 10 over 10. So here, 4 over 6, 6 over 9, 10 over 15, 14 over 21, 20 over 30. Correct?
Yes.
Actually, all these numbers are equal in value. They are all equal to 2 over 3. Okay? So they are equal in value, but different in form. So if there is a question in the test, write 3 forms for the following number, 2 over 3. So multiplied by 2 over 2, or 3 over 3, or 5 over 5, or 4 over 4, 20 over 20, whatever you want. Okay, if that number is like that, guys, if there is another question like that, write the following numbers in 3 different forms. 16 over 64. Okay, so now if I'm going to multiply the two numbers by 2 or 3 or 5, I will get a big numbers. So I think it's easy to divide this case. So, Mister, do you mean that changing the form of the number, we can do that by multiplying the number or dividing also the number? Yes, if the number is large number and we can divide it, then go ahead and divide it. If it's a small number, then multiply it. So this one, I'm going to divide it by 2 over 2, for example. It will equal 8 over 32. 16 over 64, I will divide it by 4 over 4. It will equal 4 over 16. 16 over 64 to divide it by 16 over 16, 1 over 4, and so on. 16 over 64, I'm going to divide it by 8 over 8. It will equal 2 over 8. That's it. So actually, all these numbers.
طب يا مستر هو احنا بنعمل الكلام ده كله لما يطلب مني ايه؟
Write 3 forms of the following numbers.
يعني
Okay?
يعني هو قصده هنا طب يعني قصده هنا اجيب ايه؟
3 forms of the following number means 3 numbers which they are equal. Just 1 second, guys. Just 1 second. Here,
طب يا
3
مستر
numbers.
احنا
which
طب
they
هو
are.
مثلا هو اللي بيقول لنا نعمل divided او multiply
No,
to
no. The question is like that, right? 3 forms of the following numbers. Two over 3 and 16 over 64. This is the question. So your solution will be like that. 2 over 3, it's not possible to divide these two numbers. It's a very small numbers. It's not divisible by any number. So in this case, I will prefer to multiply the two numbers by 2
طب يا
over 2.
مستر احنا اللي بنعمل multiply 2 over 2 كده
Yes, of course. I told you this is the question. This is the solution.
يعني
So
اقدر
of course
اعملها
you.
multiply اي رقم
I said any numbers, 2 over 2, 3 over 3, 5 over 5, 100 over 100, whatever you want.
Over 64. What does he
مستر
want from us?
يعني لازم يكون الرقم اللي انا اكتبه زي 2 over 3 multiply 2 over 2 يعني لازم مثلا اقدر اعمل 2 over 3 multiply 10 over 10 بس لازم
Yes, you
يكونوا
can, of course.
النوميريتور والدينوميريتور يكونوا نفس بعض صح؟
The same,
ولا عادي؟
exactly. Yes, exactly. Okay?
مستر انا ما فهمتش قصده ان هو كتب 16 على 64 قصده يعني بيه.
Write 3 forms of this number. I 3 forms from this one.
We have
First
now two
option-
numbers, 2/3 and 16/4.
Yes,
64.
yes.
You want,
This
the,
is the
you
first
want three
number.
forms of 2/3 and three forms of 16/64?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so 2/3, I will multiply it by 2/2. The next time I will multiply it by 3/3. The next time I will multiply it by
مستر
10/.
انا مش لاقي اللي هي السؤال اللي هو اجيب حاجه نفس الفورم وكده بقى في اللي هو المعاصر.
Just to concentrate with me, okay? يبقى ده the solution of the first point اللي هو ده this one. طب number 2, 16/64. I have two choices. The first choice is to multiply it, or otherwise I have another choice to divide, because this number is divisible by too many numbers. So if I will multiply it by 2/2 like that, 32/128, correct?
Yes.
If I will divide it by 2/2, it will equal 8/32, correct?
Teacher, can
If
be
I will,
divide 8/8.
also I can divide it by 8/8. It will equal 2/8, correct? So I have the two options, to multiply or to divide according to the numbers. But here 2/3, only one option. I have to multiply because division here, okay, it's not possible easily, right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay, any questions, guys?
No.
No.
Okay,
No, thank
now
you.
the next, okay, great.
Can
Now
you
concentrate well in the next point.
can you repeat it, the last question?
Which one? 16/64?
Yes, the last one.
Okay, 16/64 here, you have two options to solve this question. The first option is to multiply like before, like 2/2, like 3/3, and it will equal 32/128. And then here it will equal 3 times 16, which is equal 48/192,
190.
I guess, and so on. Or otherwise, you can divide 16 by 64. You can divide it by 2/2, or by 4/4, or by 8/8. So it will equal 8/32, or 4/16, or 2/8, or even you can divide it by 16/16, which means 1/4, like that. This is correct, and this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, all are correct. So the main concept here is to divide or to multiply according to the number, of course. But if the number is like that, if it's 2/3, so you will say that, yes, mister, you said that divide. Okay, I'm going to divide it by 2/2. Then I will stop, because 2/2 equal 1, 3/2 equal 1.5, and then 3/3. So mistakes. It's hard, right? So
Yes.
here, if the number is small, it's better to multiply it directly. Okay? And to multiply by any number. But the main point, if you will multiply it by 3, then over 3, 5/5, 100/100. That's it. Numerator and the denominator have to be the same numbers. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now the next.
احنا كده خلصنا lesson
No.
1 ولا لسه؟
No, not yet. Listen to me carefully. Okay, the next point is how to write the rational number in the simplest form. How to simplify the rational number. Guys, if there's a number like this one, 16/32, and I want to write this one in the simplest form, so simply I can divide the two terms by 16 equal 1 by 16 equal 2. So equal 1/2, of course, right? So 16/32, if we will simplify it to the simplest form, it will equal 1/2. So if there is a question like this, simplify 4/16. Okay, the correct
أنا عندي
answer
سؤال.
1/4. Yes.
يعني احنا هناخد السمبليفاي اللي هو بيكون هنعمل 4 مثلا over 16 equal هيكون مثلا 1 over نقط وانا اجيب الرقم اللي موجود.
No, 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 no.
يعني
Here it's a general simplification. It's a general introduction about how to simplify, not to use cross multiplication or like that. Okay? The
Okay.
question here is like that.
Mister, if you tell me 0.6 point and final of 6 point.
Guys, listen to me. The question is like this. Put the following numbers on the simplest form. So if the question is 8/12, so to simplify this one, I'm going to divide the two numbers by 4. So it will equal 2/3. That's it. Right?
طب يا مستر احنا ينفع نعمل لهم ديفايد 2 ما 8 و 12 موجودين في 2 في
Yes, of course. Okay, but here in the simplest form, if you will just write 8/12 divide 2 equal 4/6 and wrote the answer like this, okay, so it's not correct because it's not in the simplest form. But if you can continue like that, divide again by 2, 2/3. So now this is right and this is right, but this one is wrong because this one is not in the simplest form.
يعني
Okay.
انا مستر يعني انا قصدي اللي احنا نعمل 8 over 12 دي ال 8 نعمل تبقى 8 divided 2 هتطلع 4 و 12 divided 2 هتطلع 6 بعديها بقى اللي هنشوف لو هتحتاج simplify نعمل لو مش هتحتاج بس هو ده اللي انا قصدي عليه.
Yes, that's correct. Okay.
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 If we want to simplify 12/36 and it's a -12, so in this case, one of you maybe will say that divide by 2, divide by 4, divide by 3. Okay, but from my side, I will divide by 12 directly, -1/3. Okay, but this is also correct. Divide by 2 means 6 or -6 over.
Here when I
18.
divide a -12/36, the number that I divide them with is negative or positive?
Of course, you will divide by positive number.
Always dividing by positive, yes?
Yes, no need to divide by negative. And if you divide it by negative, so if you will divide -12 by -12, it will equal 1, of course. But 36 divided by -12, it will equal -3. So the same, because we said that if the sign on the numerator, denominator, in front of the fraction, all are the same, right? But always we are dividing by positive numbers and simplify.
Yes.
So this one will equal -1/3, but here -12/36. If I want to simplify it again, but step by step, like divide 2 equal -6/18. Okay, like divide 2 again equal -3/9. Then now divide 3 equal -1/3. It's the same. The two methods are correct, but this one 1 second, this one 1 minute.
I should multiply first.
So it's a subject of time. Okay, so I have to know how to simplify directly. Okay. Okay, now guys, if I want to simplify this number, 6/9, so divide the two numbers by 3, 2/3, done. 5/25, it will equal 1/5. I divided the two numbers by 5, done. 12/30, -12. So divide by 6, -2/5, done. Right?
Right.
Okay. The next point,
Teach, if we had two negative numbers, like negative over negative, then it's more easier to divide by negative, yes?
no, because negative 5 over negative 10, you will directly write 5 over 10 before anything, right? Because it's positive.
If you want free simplifying.
Okay, I will do like that. Negative 5 over negative 10 will equal 5 over 10 will equal 1 over 2. That's it. Okay, because actually we said that if the two numbers are negative or with the same sign, so this means this one is a positive number, right?
Yes,
That's why I wrote 5 over 10.
that's a simplest. Yeah, that's
Yes.
simplifying. Yes, like
Yes.
turning from
Okay,
negative to
so the
positive.
next point.
That's simplifying. Yes.
No, this is just the equal value for negative 5 over 10. Negative
Yeah.
2
But it's
over
not
3.
the simplest form. Yes.
No, of course. Negative 2 over negative 3 equal 2 over 3. This is not simplify. I just terminated the negative with negative. That's it. Okay,
Yes.
because negative number, if the fraction has two negative numbers, so this means it's positive. We just mentioned that since 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Correct?
Yes. Correct.
Okay, the next point is how to write the rational number in the form of a percentage. How to write the number in the form of percentage. Okay, if there's a number like that, 9 over 20, 5 over 16, 17 over 1,000,
I know.
3.2, 5 and 12 over 125. So how to write this number as a percentage? Guys,
I know.
simply to convert the fraction into percentage, just to multiply it by 100. So this one will equal 900 over 20, which is 45%. This one will equal 500 over 16, which is equal 31.25%. 1,700 over 1,000, which is equal 1.7%. Of course, by using the calculator in 1 second. 3.2.
All of them we will
Actually,
use the
this one-
calculator.
Yes, of course, calculator is allowed from the second term of grade 5, not first preparatory. So it's a 32 over 10.
So we
multiplied
can
by
use it in grade 1.
Yeah,
Yes,
I don't know
sure.
how can you convert it. How can you convert it like that?
I just said that fraction multiplied by 100.
No, but like, can I take an example? Can you take an example and like multiply definitely? Like 5 over 16 multiply 100. Can you show us the like
5
how can you?
over 16 times 100. So it will equal 500 over 16. By using the calculator, it will equal.
I
30.
only multiply
Five.
multiply the
Yes.
numerator.
Yes, of course. Because this
And
100
the
is 100 over 1.
denominator, you will not multiply the denominator.
Yes, of course. Only numerator. It's 100. Is it 100 over 100 or only 100?
Yes. Okay.
Only 100 means 100 over 1.
So I see how many 16 into 500 and like I will have the answer. Yes.
Okay. So if
Like
it's
teacher, if he told me that you're not allowed to use the calculator, then I
no,
use
no, no,
the
calculator is
long
allowed.
dividing. Yes.
I have
No,
a
no, no, no.
question.
This is actually a wrong assumption because calculator is allowed from the second term of grade 5.
Yes, here in Saudi Arabia, like we're not
Okay.
allowed to use
No need
calculators.
to ask, no need to ask like this question because calculator is permitted. So we will not
Excuse
assume
me.
impossible events. Okay. Okay, let's continue. So if the number is a decimal like that, 3.2.
I have a question. مستر هو أنا 5 over 16 لما عملتها على الكالكوليتر ملتبلاي 10 طلعت 125 over 4 دوست على
said
الاس دي
multiplied
طلعت 31.25.
It's multiplied by 100, not by 10. This is for first point, okay? So it will
أنا
equal
عملت يا مستر ملتبلاي 100 طلعت 125 over 4. عملت اس دي طلعت 31.25.
Okay, so it will equal 31.25%. That's it.
In the after page, you call the 5/16 multiply 100 equal 500/16.
Yes, that's correct. 5/16 times 100 equal 500/16. Check it on the calculator. It will equal the same result.
لا يا مستر أنا عملتها على الكالكوليتر 5/16 multiply ال 100
Okay,
equal 125/4.
Okay,
500.
anyway, you got the same answer, right?
I can't hear you.
I said that you got the same answer, 31.25, correct?
Yes.
Rational number to decimal form. Yani how to write the number in a decimal form. If there's a number like that, 2/5 and 3/8 and 2 and 7/25, or any number like this, or 11/20, 3/4. How to convert these numbers into decimals? Okay. Converting the number into decimal means that the denominator will be 10 or 100 or 1,000 or even 10,000, like that, right? So there's a general simple rule we have to follow and
طب يا مستر
concentrate
هو
well.
حضرتك هنا جايب لنا ارقام ان احنا نقدر نحولها، طب لو جاب لنا رقم ما نقدرش نحوله زي الستة مثلا.
Like 6?
Yes. Yes, like 5
Like,
multiply 20 will equal 100. 8
yes,
multiply
one
125.
second. I will explain all. But first, I want to remind you, okay, with this one, how to convert these numbers into decimals, the easy form, okay?
Yes.
So now, in this type of questions, I will explain it with a very simple way, okay? If the denominator on any number, if you find a denominator like 2 or 4 or 5 or 8, okay? So simply, whenever you see the denominator is 2, so simply multiply the number by 5/5. So this means you will able to convert it into decimal. So this means 5/10, which means 0.5. Okay. If the denominator is 4, just to multiply the number by 25/25. So it will equal 25/100, which means 0.25. If the denominator is 5, go back and up there. If the denominator is 5, so multiplied by 2. So 2/2, which means 2/10, 0.2. If the denominator is 8, just multiply it by 125/125, which means 125/1000. So it will equal 0.125. This one is the general rule. There is some special cases. If the number is not 2, if it's 20, the same. If it's 200, the same. So whatever the number of zeros, okay, after this 2, you will just apply the same rule. You will multiply it by 5/5, okay? So if the number here is 4, just 25, so 40, the same. 400, the same. 4,000, the same. 5 multiplied by 2, so 50, the same. 500, 5,000. If it's 8, 125. If it's 80, if it's 800. And of course, if the denominators are 25, just to multiply it by 4. If it's 125, just to multiply it by 8, and so on. Okay, guys, is it clear? Now the next part of this lesson Okay. Actually, guys, there are some numbers with different denominators. Not all numbers with this denominators 2, 4, 5, 8, or 20, 40, 125. No. Sometimes there is a number like 2/3. How to convert this one into decimal number? Actually, guys, in this case, we have to use the calculator. So it becomes very easy. So by using the calculator, 2/3, you will find that it will equal 0.666 and so on, like that, like that, like that, then 7. Correct? So in this case, how to write this number? Instead of writing this number in this form, okay, this one is non-terminating decimals. So the first numbers, they are a terminating decimal. So there is a specific number, okay, after the decimal point. But here, actually, this one is continuous, okay? It's infinite, by the way. So 2/3, or to divide 2 by 3, actually, this one is infinite division, has no end, okay? But if you will use the calculator, you will find that the answer like that, because actually the calculator maybe show 8 digits or 10 digits on the screen like this. But in fact, this is infinite division. So the value on the calculator, actually, it's approximated value, not the real or not the exact value. Anyways, the most important point here, if the question is like that, to write the rational number, okay, in the form of this one, non-terminating decimal or recurring decimal.
I think that one I
Okay,
know that.
listen to me, so that all of you can understand. So how to write this number in the form of non-terminating decimal or recurring decimal? Simply, guys, there is a very easy rule. Actually, we said that 2/3 equal this number. If you will concentrate on this number, you will find that number 6 is still repeating and so on, right? That's why we said that it's recurring. Recurring means repeating, okay? So simply, we can say that 2/3 equals 0.6666, like that, 7, then equals 0.6 only, and then 6 is repeating, yes, then place dot above this number. That's it.
But there
What's the
is
meaning of
7.
this dot? No. Ignore 7. Actually, in real, there is no existence for 7. You know, the answer of this one is 0.66666 till infinity. Okay, 6 is repeating till infinity. There is no 7. Calculator shows 7. Okay, to just approximate the number.
Means the 7 means there is another more.
Yes, and instead of writing 7, if there is a calculator with a larger screen which consists of 100 numbers, so it will shows 106 like that. Then finally 7 to terminate the decimal, to approximate it, you know?
Yeah.
Because as I said, this one is infinite division. Always there is a remainder, always there is a remainder, right? Okay, now the main point, guys, the main point in my lesson today. This one, 2/3. If I want to write it in the form of a recurring decimal or repeating decimal or non-terminated decimal, so it will equal 0.66 by using the calculator. So now look at the number. 6 is repeating, so 0.6, and place this dot above 6, which indicates that number 6 is repeating or recurring. It's the same meaning. Okay, one more number. If it's 2/11, By using the calculator, I will find that this one is 0.1818818, and so on, right? So now, guys, sorry, huh? Yes,
We will write 0.
I think we
18
will
and we'll put the
We will write 0.
two dots.
exactly, guys. Listen, now here, which number is repeating? Actually, it's 18, 18. So 0.18, and now 1 is repeating, 8 is repeating. So
1
dots.
8 يا مستر
dot
هتبقى
above
dot
8.
for 1
On
و dot for
1
8.
dot on 2 and on
1
8.
dot over above 1 and the dot over or above 8, like that. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, great.
That's
If
easy.
the number is like that, guys, 1 over 3, by using the calculator, we will find that it will equal 0.333, and so on, like that. So simply equal. Now 3 is repeating or recurring, so 0.3 and 1 dot over 3. That's it. Okay. One more point, guys. One more point. Now I just showed you if there is one number repeating like this, so 3, and there is 1 dot. And also we discussed if it's like that, 2 over 11. So we said that 0.18181818. Okay, so we said that 18 is repeating. So 0.18 and place 2 dots over the 2 numbers. Okay, there is one more case. If the number is like this. 71 over 333, like 71 over 333. So by using the calculator, we will find that this one is 0.213, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so as usual, guys, I'm going to write down 213 is repeating. So 0.213. Now, do I suppose to place 3 dots over the 3 numbers? No.
No.
Why? Because actually, guys, here the 3 numbers is repeating. One on the middle, okay, or whatever the number in the middle between the first and the last is repeating. So only place the dot
2
over
dots.
the first
and the last.
last. That's it. And by default, we have to understand that these 2 numbers are repeating, and the numbers between them also.
Teacher, if the decimal was 4 numbers, then we bought the dot on the first number and a dot
And the
on
last, in all cases, if it's like that, 0.1235, so it will equal 0.1235. Only 2 dots on the first, on the last. By default, all numbers is repeating. Clear?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
actually, the remaining point is a very small point. It's the converse of this operation. I mean the opposite. If the question is like this, use the calculator, okay, to write the following number in form of a fraction or form of a over b, and the number is like that, 0.2121212121, like that. So how to get the fraction? It's very easy, by the way. Now, if you want to try, switch on your calculator, write down 0.212121 until you fill the screen with the number. Okay, now 0.212121 until you fill your screen of the calculator by the number. Okay, then what
It will
next?
be 7 over 33.
Just press
7
on.
over 33.
Exactly, great. So it will show you that it was 7 over 33. Great, guys. Okay, Okay, now
Okay.
now one more example. If it's like this, and concentrate because I'm trying to make it a little bit hard. 0.13636363636. So now it will equal.
Three,
Let's
six.
write down the number on the calculator.
3 over 22. 3 over 22.
3 over 22. Great. Okay. Use your calculator to write this number. Have the numbers like that. 0.136. Get me the
17 over
fraction.
25.
Get me the fraction or the number in the form of A over B. 1 second and listen. Here, guys, the number is 0.1. 1 is repeating.
It
No.
will be 3 over 20.
No, it's not repeating. But
Only 36 is repeating.
36,
Only.
so 136, 36, 36, 36.
It will
So
be
this one
3
will
over
equal.
22. It will be 3 over 22.
So simply it will equal 3 over 22. Okay, one more question. 0.15 and 2 dots like that. So this means that this number is 0.15151515. So simply by using the calculator, it will equal.
It will be 5 over 33.
Exactly.
Five.
Great.
5
For
over
33.
Great.
Teacher, I multiplied by 100 in the calculator.
No, just you have to follow the procedures. Okay. So
What?
just to fill,
I didn't listen.
the screen of the calculator with this number 0.151515 until the calculator screen is filled, then press equals. So it will show you this number directly. Okay. One more example. If the number is like that, 0.145, and the dots are here over 4 over 5. So this number means it will equal what?
29.
1 is not repeating, right?
It will be
Yeah.
8 over
Write down
35.
1 and then 45.
Mister, I can't use
45,
mine.
45, 45. It will be 5.
Equal 8 over
55.
55.
8 over 55.
Exactly. So
8 over 55.
okay, so here, guys, 1 is not repeating. Then write it 1 time like that. Then 45 is repeating. 45, 45, 45, 45 until you fill the screen of the calculator. Then press equal. So the calculator will show you that the number is 8 over 5. Okay, guys, actually, that was the lesson of today. Hopefully, all of you understood this lesson.